What up? Today's a very monumental day in the Suzuki Alto build. Today's the day that I get some new shoes. I'm hoping that these 13x6s fit without any rolling or modifications needed. But when you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. So we have a heat gun. We have a fender roller down there. I also have a strut bar, HKS intake, new alternator belt. We're gonna install a Hello Kitty ETC reader because why not? The car's already pink. And then on top of that, we have 3 radiator cap options. We also have pink LEDs for the cluster. I'm very excited to see what that looks like. Along with even more parts, as you guys can see in this bag. But now what we're gonna do is head to Connecticut in the Honda Z. But we're going to hopefully leave in the pink Alto with everything I just named installed. Hopefully. That's the biggest goal right now. Because if I could drive home in the pink Alto with tries, with the 8 total that we already installed, with the new shifter, oh my god, I cannot wait to drive that car with the new shifter, and everything all pieced together, then at that point we just have to go on a road trip. Like, there'll be nothing holding me back from driving that car to Atlanta, which is the goal. So we just got to Mendy Import. I don't know if you guys remember this food truck or not, but it's still for sale. I think it's around, it's gonna sound like a lot of money right now, but I guarantee you it's worth it. I think it's around like 29,000. Then we have this Jimny. Someone messaged me recently that I need to do a JB23 build. And I got the Z at home, I got the Miragino at home, and I got Japan coming up very soon. But this one is stick shift, also for sale. I think Mendy also might do a giveaway. Then he has this one, the JA12, I believe. Also stick shift. This is the one that went off-roading and was killing it. And then he recently picked up this Hijet. Shout out to Dream Garage 23. I think he watches the vids. If you do, this thing is sweet. He did an amazing job on it. Check out the interior, see if the door's unlocked. Yeah, look at this. Does it have it on here too? Oh no, maybe not. But a nice attention to detail with the red. It's 4-wheel drive. Got lights, doubled in. Speakers, this. Does it have red calipers? Ooh, red calipers. Just need some wheels, which you can see is in the back. So I think David's going to do a lift kit on this, so stay tuned for that video.
Nutty parties, that would maybe go with mine.
Might have to sell you this.
I know, you might have to.
Damn. It actually fits perfectly. Like, you don't need to do any modifications.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Just get some double-sided tape and there you go, bro. Dude's taking all my parts.
Wow.
Red on red like the mighty boy.
I really might have to.
Angry eyes, that. Next you're gonna take my intake.
Red on red.
Road trip with 2 Altos coming soon.
Those other ones are too wide, you said, right?
Which other ones? The 14x6 is the same width, it's just taller. Road trip coming soon.
Shout out to Road Partners, because they're holding it down for us. If you need a belt, this is for the AC, HMT295. And then for the alternator belt, it's MPMF1295T.
These are actually off a Wagon-R, but they still work.
The same engine, right?
Same, but different.
Yeah.
And then this is for the alternator, if anyone's interested.
All right, so I think this is the most controversial thing about this car, of whether or not this is structurally sound or safe. In my unprofessional opinion, I think these are booger welds, but seeing as how hard we've driven this car, how hard Rob drove it through the streets of New Jersey and New York, it has not fallen apart.
Yet.
It will not fall apart.
No, I think it will. But by the way, show me real quick on the camera. I'm not telling David to say this, by the way. This is David's genuine, honest opinion.
Yeah. So this is not a scripted thing or anything. As you can tell, this is a plate that they... See if I can get it to focus. There we go. It looks like this is one plate, which is actually pretty chunky steel, as you can tell from there. And then this is another solid plate, which from my unprofessional welding experience, it looks like they put a hole in it so that they could weld into it to get it nice and hot, and then they put boogery welds. These are not Class A welds, and I think this is something that definitely needs to be addressed. But you can tell that, you know, it's being held together. This portion of it was okay. It's just rusty. It's a little crusty, nothing bad. And this is the other portion that they just boogered up to just make sure that it was good. I think, you know, I don't know if it's the Japanese person who did this, his first time welding, or because, like, see, because it's kind of interesting. These are much nicer.
So obviously because it's very, very thin metal.
Yes.
An expert needs to do it.
Well, that, or they need a TIG welder or a MIG welder instead of a TIG welder. And the problem is very thin metal. On top of being thin metal, it's also rusty metal, so they probably cleared away as much as possible. But if you've ever tried welding before, you know, it should sound like bacon, and it probably wasn't sounding like bacon. It was just probably like, and that's it. But that's my unprofessional opinion. I think it'll hold. Would I be comfortable crashing this car into a barrier or something? No, I think that's unrealistic.
Yeah,
but
would you feel comfortable crashing any K car to barrier?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's a weird take to.
Yeah.
If it had no frame damage, it still would be a really bad idea.
That's true. But yeah, no, I think it's fine. And it's held up, again, for how long now?
I mean, I drove it all the way to Connecticut.
Yeah.
I drove it. I'm going to drive it all the way home today.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it does crack, it's just going to sloop, no?
Well, it's just your wheel will just start going back like it was at the yard when we were there, remember?
What do you mean go back?
Like it just will rub the fender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My bumper will go from this to that.
Yeah. Just because this lower support will just kind of flex back and forth.
Yeah.
Also, these are fire. It can go from being angry eyes to being
420 eyes.
420 eyes.
All right, now that the belt situation is done, I kind of want to start tackling the fun side projects. So Hello Kitty ETC reader, and let me show you guys what this sounds like. Cool thing about this one too is that the welcome message isn't always the same. Sometimes she says different things. So like that second part. Oh, she said let's enjoy drive. There's even another one. Come on. So I'm going to splice this into the radio. I'm just going to find a ground and positive. Every time it goes on accessory, it'll turn on. And then I also want to remove this piece. So we'll get this out. That way I can take off the cluster and put the pink LEDs. Same for here. I want to put pink on this. I think the only thing holding me on are my switches here, but this should be able to come up for the most part.
Oh my god, it's 2 power. Oh my god, same color. No, but this is the issue we're running into right now. Is this is the speedo cable right there? Bye. And unless you have like really skinny hands, you can't fit this and this at the same time to push into this, and there's not enough.
But I think if we drop this down, we could probably do it, honestly.
You really think so?
Maybe not.
I mean, if you really want to fiend, it's just 2 bolts holding it up.
But what are you about to try right now? To use the...
Well, if I could just get something around it to just hold it, then I could just push it into place, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I need something that's a little bit wider and then long so I could just go...
It's a Honda party over here. Street, Z, tries, basket, off-road tires, yellow fogs. Look how good this looks with the fogs. Yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't go hard.
It actually would.
Dry spoke dunks. Is everything plugged in? That we unplugged?
You did the belts?
Okay, that's plugged in. Yeah.
Battery?
I never unplugged the battery.
Plugs, wires.
Wow.
Intake.
Intake's in.
Radio's not finished, but...
No.
Oh, this is...
So did it, or it took forever?
No, I'm doing it now. So unconnect the rad.
Ready?
The rad.
Wheels are off the ground, right?
Yeah. Could be a little higher, though.
That's as high as this jack goes, unfortunately.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on.
Update. About to leave Dad by the garage. I think I might ask him his thoughts on this, just for everybody watching. But we have a new Bliss radiator cap, new wires from where we last left off, HKS pod filter, strut bar just to get that extra rigidity since this is about to be a track car. We also have arguably my favorite thing so far. Wait till it gets dark out. Pink on here, pink on there. We got the A-Toto. I gotta get the wheels on, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. I'll probably do that at my house along with the fender roller, but this car has came a long way from engine swap on the Mighty Boy till maybe top 5 Way for the Fame car ever. Update, currently on a side quest with Mendy. Anyone who is interested in buying this Atrai, it is sold. Headed to someone in Connecticut. You gotta love those Moon Eye wheels. It's also turbo. He said it's a rocket and I should have drove it, but I'm actually good on driving the very comfortable and quiet Honda Z. But yeah, this thing is sick. It's got the plaid interior, turbo. Cool thing about this transaction too is that the other Daihatsu Atrai Classic that David had, shout out to the homie in Brooklyn, they bought that one from him and now they have a cooler turbo version. So pretty cool to see someone buy 2 of the same exact vehicle and a pretty slept on vehicle. A lot of people don't really care about Daihatsu Atrai Classics. They all care about the Subaru Sandbar Classic.
Push it in. I don't know, it might work. It looks sick now when it's on the ground. Before it looked like a monster truck. Because before you had like another inch of tire.
I had one, yeah, I had another inch and a half of tire.
Yeah. This is why it ripped, by the way, because it's seized in here.
Last update for the day. I'm going to end this video here. Here's how we're looking tri-spoke wise. Unfortunately, on the backs and the fronts, honestly, they're rubbing. I also have a lot of wheels back here and some weight. Here's how we're looking on the pink side. I think, oh my God, it looks so good. I think what I'm going to do is go to this fitment shop tomorrow. And I'm willing to pay a little bit to make it work. If it doesn't work, we just put the other wheels on. I just feel like this is an actual Way for the Fame stamped vehicle. And the tri-spokes have to stay on there. We also lift this up. And unfortunately, the strut bar didn't work. I know I didn't do too many recording. It was just a lot of things going on today. But Alto looks really good. Came a long way from when we picked it up. I'm hoping that with some extra spacers or something, I'll get that strut bar on there. But what a day. What a day. I'm very excited to be driving this home. Not to mention the pink in here, the pink over there, the A-Toto, the speakers that work, the shifter, a lot of good things. But all right, catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Before I end this video, actually, I just want everyone that saw the vision, I want to say thank you. Everyone who didn't see the vision, I want to still say thank you. I want to hope that after this build, trust in Way Before the Fame's ideologies, and you see where I'm going with this stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of sad about the Mighty Boy because it would have still got all this attention to detail. Like, look at these pink LEDs. Like, come on. Look at the pink there. Look at the card play. Look at the HKS. Look at the exhaust. Look at the tries. Look at everything. I can't wait to see how this car looks after this drive because it's definitely rubbing in the back non-stop. But I'm very happy how this car's coming out. Look at the door cards. Look at a lot of other stuff. Look at the 2 wipers. This car came here with 1 wiper, terrible door cards, no exhaust, mismatched wheels, and now look at it. In my opinion, even with the quote-unquote frame damage, I still think this is a top 10 Alto in the United States of America. If you want to argue, I will not.
Remember the name. This is Way Before the Fame.